Okay, tomorrow I should get out to Murray's Gully. Got a full moon tonight, bit of cloud. It's looking a bit golden. Could be a lucky day tomorrow. Okay, I've made it down to Murray's Gully this morning. This is the area just here that I've been working. Haven't done a lot. Doesn't look like much, I suppose, but it is probably about 3 or 4 20-litre buckets worth of dirt. I've actually never seen water here, so the clay must hold the water for a while. I'm going to have a little dig around here. I'm also going to just go up the bank here, or it's not really a bank, just the gully itself, and have a little just look around, just really not really a dig, but I'm just going to just check out and see if I can see any river stones. Not real sure how far up this little gully was at some stage. At some stage it must have had water running through here constantly, but not at the moment. So I have a little crack just up here. I have had a crack down there, but I have been following it up, and surprisingly I get gold up rather than you think it'd all flow down to here where the water is. It actually continues all the way up there. You might be able to see in here, there's some like river stones. So I'm just going to crack in there and just up into that little bit, just that little pocket there, and see what we can pull out. It's a bit of a tricky place because having no water and only just this little bit just here makes it a bit hard, but we'll work around that, and if I find something today I'll add to my video. Okay, so what I've done is I've just scraped that little bit up that was in there, and it seems to be travelling down there a fair way. So that's what I've got there. I'm going to pan that now and see if we can reveal some colour. Nowhere near the bottom of this. Haven't even really cleaned it up that well. But I'm just wanting to see, it's quite clay, so I just want to see if it actually holds any gold. Okay, I've done that first pan, and we've got our first little bit of colour today. Not much, but it's telling me there's gold there. So what I'm going to do now is, so I just did that little pocket. I'm just going to do just above it. I am still testing all this area. I'll end up working down into there a bit deeper, and we'll see how we go. Okay, what I did was just that little bit there that I was saying that I was going to do. Also did a little bit under here. I've noticed that this crack is travelling right down to that lowest point. So as I was dropping, as the ground here is a bit dry, as I was dropping it down into the muddy a bit, I've sort of dried that off a little bit. Sort of went in under there as well, and did it like a second pan, and got a nice little bit there. There's a couple of bits, but one's nicer than the other, a bit chunky. That's sort of more like what I find down here. It's chunky gold. That's why I'm actually working up. Might sound a bit stupid, I'm trying to work out where this stuff's coming from. And I've just had this nice pocket where there's just been all this gold in here. And I get down to a clay and then the gold stops. I haven't actually tried to even get through. I've never actually had water. I'm shocked that there's a puddle of water in this bit. This has been bone dry. So I'm going to keep going, work my way back into there. There's a rock there. There's a couple of rocks that are wedged together. I'm going to work my way back into that and see what we come up with. I've also got this shelf here that I could work, and then it continues on to this side as well. It's like a shelf of bedrock. I'm just going to work, my next one's going to be just above again, down to the rock, and see if I get a bit more colour there. I'm really suspecting it's coming up from up here. I don't know where the source is here. I've tried to find out as much info as I can and I can't find anything. So I'll keep going. I'll get into here and we'll do the third pan. You know, they're not really big full overflowing pans like the first one. They're sort of more like a half, third of a pan that I'm doing. But as I said, I am testing. That's what it's about. It's testing, and then once winter sets in, hopefully this actually fills, and I could bring a yabby pump down here and maybe really start sucking some of the gold up. This is only little hand tools, a little hand drill, and just a little crevicey scraper, me pan, and a classifier. That's all I've got. Don't really need any more than that. As I said, it's only testing today, and I will do the overburden. A lot of people say, just throw all the overburden away. But I'm looking for indicators today. I'm not looking at having a big massive dig with shovels and digging, and as obviously with the yabby pump and running. This is testing today. It's all about testing. No one comes here. I don't see one other person's hole anywhere. So it's just like one of these gullies, like there's thousands of these things around, and when you come across one that holds a little bit of gold and no one's working it, you can, you know, I can come here as many times as I like and do this testing. I don't make big massive indents in the ground or anything like that, so after rain you probably wouldn't even know that I was here. But yeah, I'll get back into it and we'll see how we go. Okay, we've worked into that pocket a little bit more between the two rocks. I've got a couple of pieces, very small, but one's about the middle of the screen, one's at the edge of the pan there. I'm going to now go right into here. There's a lot of dirt. You might be able to tell the difference between the rock and the dirt. I'm going to dig right pretty much underneath the two rocks there, and there's a nice little pocket of dirt there. I'll do another pan out of there and see if that gets better. I'll probably need to work in a lot more into that rock, but for today I'm going to stop. The weather's not great, so it'll only be one or two more pans and I'll be done for the day. Have a little walk around and just see where the water is sitting in this gully, and look for some potential new places along here. I've only stopped at two places here. Did a couple of little, you know, what I mean by stopped is actually worked it for a couple of hours. I've stopped at a couple of little spots behind rocks. Every time I stop behind the rock in this place, I find gold. So I'll dig under there, do one more pan here, go for a little bit of an explore. If I find something interesting, then I'll add it onto this. Okay, I've kept digging into that hole there. I've gone down as far as my arm will reach. It just still keeps going and it just keeps filling back up with water. So obviously this bank's holding a bit of water. So I think that's the 4th pan now for the day. A few little bits there, a little bit there, so about 5 or 6 little bits in there. I've done as if I had a yabby pump, it'd be straight in there with an extension sucking right down there. I'm sure there's going to be some gold down there. A lot more than I'm getting on my moment, scraping the surface. I don't know how deep this goes, but I can only imagine it's going to go down at least another half a metre. I'm probably, I don't know, a good 700 down under that rock, which is this rock here, which is sitting on top of this big rock here, which is in between that rock there, the other one's there. I'm sure if I dug all this section out here, I'd get some more gold, but that's not for today. And I'm sure if I dug into there, I'm just going to have a little quick look around while there's little tiny patches of water here, and just see where there's some low points and where I might try maybe one more test somewhere else, and then time to go home. The weather's looking nasty. I don't want to get caught out in the rain. I've got quite a hike to get out of this place. It's not an easy place to get to. I'll try and get here maybe once every 3 to 4 weeks, just for a couple of hours. Yeah, and that's why I've got the lack of equipment as well. Is it's just a big hike, and when I find that spot where I'm getting a lot of colour all the time, even though I've pulled over a gram here, just in this little section. I'm still testing this area just to make sure, and just try and find the source. I don't know if it's coming, or I actually don't really know which way this gully runs. There's no high and low. It's a bit strange. It's just a gully, and it's all fairly level. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Stay tuned, there might be one more dig. Okay, I just moved to a new spot here. It's a bit of a bedrock there, bit of a drop off. I've seen some larger rocks, also some fine ironstone, I believe it is. I've gone down a little bit. I'm just shocked. The water, every time I've dug here before and tested like this, it's just dry. Shocked how much water's here. Didn't think there was going to be this much, and really should have brought a yabby pump with me. I really need to suck these things right out. A little bit of gold, not much. Just try and clean this off a little bit, so hopefully the reflection's not too bad. But a couple of pieces there. There's some more here in the sand, the black sand. I'm going to call it a day today. Quite happy with what I've tested so far. As you can see, I didn't dig much there. It just become water and pulled out a few of the rocks and stuff. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Hope you've enjoyed a little glimpse of Murray's Gully. There's a lot more here to explore over time. Going to be coming here maybe once every 3 weeks and do a short video, probably not as long as this one. I'll work out how I can shorten these things. I'm only learning as I go along. But I hope you enjoy, and we'll see where we get to next time. See you all later. Okay, I know I said I was going to be leaving and getting out of here, but as I was leaving, I come across this. Hopefully you'll be able to see. It's some big rocks. Created like a wedge here. And what I did was I just dug just there, and once again water. Started off gravels like this, ironstone, some larger rocks. I took a pan out of here, and got a couple of more nice pieces. So I think there's 4 there all in total, a few nicer bits. If you are going to go to a place like this that doesn't have running water, I carry this stuff, Bushman's, just a roll on. So repels ticks, mosquitoes, sandfly, and my favourite of all, leeches. They like not moving water. There's one in here. I don't know how it was in there, but it was in there. Like, as I said, I couldn't see this water when I first came out. I could tell it was wet, but I didn't realise there was water. This is going to be potentially a great place to yabby pump. But that'll be maybe next week sometime. Early next week I'll get back out here. And yeah, I know I ended it before, but I'll end it again and see you next time. There's definitely not going to be any more stops. It started to spit a little bit and I'm getting out of here. Okay, this video is becoming like one of those TV home shopping videos, but wait, there's more. Couldn't help myself. Went, bugger this, one more pan. Couldn't leave it like this. So here we go. A bit more colour. A few nice little bits. I'm positive there is plenty more here. Just the way these rocks are stacked. They are stacked beautifully. Nice wedge there. I'm sure if I pull all that stuff out and if I work right underneath there, I'll get some nice colour. But that'll be another day for the yabby pump, and this is definitely it. So hope you've enjoyed my extended little video here, and till next time, which will be next week, I'll see you all then.